Hey guys, so today is going to be a long video because we are going to be decluttering and I'm going to be showing you my entire eyeshadow palette stash. So these are all the eyeshadow palettes that I have. Quads, duos, bigger palettes, face palettes, all of my eyeshadow palettes. So let's go ahead and spread these out and we can start going through them. Okay, like I'm already having anxiety because I freaking love eyeshadows. So the fact that I have to like get rid of some of these is like, oof, this is gonna be hard. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get started. So I could tell you now, I'm not getting rid of these Wet n Wild palettes because I just bought them like 2 months ago, and the last tutorial that I did, I used some of them and the pigmentation was really bomb. So I don't want to get rid of these until I've actually had a chance to use them. So I'm going to stick those over there. Okay. So, my coveted Urban Decay Electric palette. Okay, so nice little mirror here, and then these are these shadows right here. Super pretty, super pigmented. I feel like some of these colors are starting to dry out. Like this one right here, I think this is Savage. Super pretty color. It is starting to dry out a little bit. Some of these colors I've like barely used. Like these two I've barely used. This whole like bottom row I've like barely used. I've basically just been using these. But it's a super pretty palette. It's Urban Decay, so I gotta keep it. I got to keep it around because the brightness of these colors is like, okay. So I'm definitely gonna keep that one. This one here, this is my NYX Love in Paris. I've used this one in tutorials before, I think. No, pardon my French. I've used my other one, which is around here somewhere. I have another one that I've used in tutorials. So I do like this palette because it has nothing but shimmery colors. And these colors, you could definitely incorporate some for like the spring and summer months. But I feel like it's a really great fall palette. And last fall, I didn't really use these colors like I wanted to. And this expires in December, so I definitely need to go ahead and use these up this fall. So I'm gonna keep that. The next one I have is a Ipsy and NYX collaboration. I got this in my Ipsy bag, obviously, and this is just Ipsy Loves NYX, I think is the name of it. And these are the colors here. The colors are okay, but I have like a bunch of these colors in other palettes that I own, and I just don't really reach for this often, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Woohoo! I got rid of one. Okay, so the next palette is like a quad that I have. This is a Coastal Scents one. I think this came in a Ipsy bag a long time ago. And very pretty colors. I like this blue right here because I don't have any other like blues. I don't really like use this one. These two, I would use them, but I have them in other palettes probably, so I'll probably keep this one just for the blue color and then these kind of like grays over here, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. Okay, so my L'Oreal Hip Pigment Duos, I absolutely love these. If you have not seen these in the drugstore, you definitely need to check them out because they are bomb. So this one here is called Mystical, and this is what Mystical looks like on the inside. So they're both sparkly colors, and you have like a sparkly kind of champagne on one side and then a sparkly like teal green on the other side. And I really do like these together. This is actually a repurchase, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. The other one I have is in the shade Romantic. I don't think I've really used these. I probably should start using this because it has a very pretty like sparkly like silver color, and then it has like another kind of champagne-y kind of color. So I think I'm going to keep this because I really do need to use that. The next one I have, this is actually the Ofra Illuminating Stripes highlighter, but I feel like these are just super powdery and like just too pigmented to use as face highlighters. So I wanted to use them as like shadows. So this is what it looks like. So as you can see, I've really dug into those middle two. The outside two ones, I have a lot of like golds and stuff like that. I don't like swatching all of these together, so I'm going to try to use them as individual shadows. So I have another year on this anyways, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, the next one that I have is a Bare Minerals. I think this is a duo. Yeah, it's a duo. So it looks like that. This is super fall appropriate. I feel like this color here, I have these in other palettes, and I have this brown one in other palettes too. And being that I'm trying to condense, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. They're very nice quality, creamy, pigmented and everything, but I just have a lot of shadows, those colors. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, Too Faced Natural Eyes ain't going nowhere. I am freaking obsessed with this palette. Like, as you can see, I've hit pan on one of the colors. This is like a all you need palette. If you're definitely looking for like a palette that you can use for like travel and stuff like that, I mean, this is great because you have mattes, you have shimmers, you've got all these neutral colors. I mean, everything you need to do a neutral eyeshadow look is in this palette. And this color here, Silk Teddy, I actually use that as a face highlighter sometimes, and it's really, really pretty. So, yeah, this ain't going nowhere. That's staying right there. Okay, so the next one that I have here is a Wet n Wild trio, and this is To Indigo I Go Go. I have tried this color. I have this in other palettes. It is nice. Do not care for this crease color at all, but I really do like the sparkly blue, and I don't have like another sparkly blue like this anywhere, so I'm definitely going to keep that. All right. The next one is another Wet n Wild palette. This is my Walking on Eggshells palette that I have literally had forever in a day. So this is what the colors look like. That top brow bone color I've had forever. I do like it. I like all the colors in here, but I feel like now that I'm looking at all of my palettes, these are definitely like duplicate colors that I have in other palettes, so I could probably get rid of that. This next one is the e.l.f. collaboration they did where they did all of the Disney princesses. So this is the Belle eyeshadow compact. I want to keep this because I am going to be doing a Disney princesses series in the future, so I want to keep it for that. And honestly, these colors are really nice. Some are more pigmented than others, but they are like really nice colors, and I do pull for these in the fall, so I'll definitely keep that palette around. So far, you know, we're getting there. We got like 2 that we've gotten rid of, so you know, we're getting there. This one right here is definitely gonna stay. This is the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible 14 color eyeshadow and highlighter palette. I actually started to depot this, so some of the colors, those top 3 colors, as you can see, I took those out, but this is just really good. Like if you're into like those warm tone, oh my gosh. What happened to you? Like seriously, I just opened this and oh my gosh, I did not know that this highlighter was broken. Okay, I definitely have to fix that because this palette is like my favorite of all time. I don't know how this even happened because seriously, it's just been sitting there. So I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna have to fix that because oh my gosh, that's like my favorite highlighter in the whole palette. But this is just really good if you like warm kind of tones and stuff like that. Super great for the fall. All the colors are really pigmented and I really like them. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to fix her because I don't know what happened to her. So yeah, that one's staying. The next one that I have, I'm on the fence about this because I've had this for so freaking long and I never really pull for it. It's the Missy Lynn eyeshadow and baked highlighter palette. I got this to put in my freelance kit because it's definitely like good for like darker skin tones. So you've got like your 6 kind of neutral and purple eyeshadows, and then at the bottom you got 2 highlighters. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've used this on clients before. I don't know why. I've just haven't used it. So the next client that I get, I definitely need to go ahead and use this to see, you know, if I like it. But I've like never used this. The eyeshadows, I don't know why. I just don't pull for these colors for myself. Maybe because I have these colors in other palettes. But I do want to hang on to this just to use with some clients and see how this works. So I'll keep that. This is a brand new Too Faced Totally Cute palette that I've only had for maybe a month or so. I did a first impressions review video, and I'm trying to think, did I do a tutorial using this or not? I don't think I've done a tutorial, but I do need to do a tutorial on this. But I do really, really like this palette. I love the colors, and yeah, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Okay, this is my Coastal Scents Reveal 2 palette. I've depotted some of the colors out of here too, so some of the colors are missing, but this palette is really, really nice. It has neutral colors, has some sparkles, has some mattes. It's just a really nice like neutral with like pop of color, definitely like fall appropriate palette. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Okay, this one I'm definitely going to keep because I have been like loving this one lately. So this is the Eyes on the 80s palette by BH Cosmetics. And I think I depotted like one of the shadows, and I wish that I had not depotted it because the pans are really, really small. So when you depot them, it's like really hard to get your brush in here. So don't depot this palette or the palettes with the smaller pans because it's just going to be so awkward to work with. But I do like the color selection on this palette. I think it has lots of like bright colors and stuff. I mean, this is basically, I feel like, the drugstore version of the Urban Decay electric palette, but you also have some colored mattes in here as well as some colored shimmer shades. So I really, really like this palette, so I'm definitely going to keep that. The next one that I have is the Lorac Pro. This is like the original Lorac Pro, and I love the color selection in here. I just hate Lorac's shadow formula. They're so powdery, and they're so like, the fallout is all the way real with these colors. Like the pigmentation is there, but when you put them on, like, I mean, it could be an okay palette because you could definitely just do your eyeshadow first and then just wipe all the fallout. But anything that has a lot of fallout, I just hate it. It's just such an inconvenience. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I just hate the fallout on this. I just literally hate it. So I'm going to get rid of that one. The next one that I have is this Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar, which, guys, I freaking love this. I'm going to be so sad when this expires because I really love this palette. But I like it because it's a nice neutral palette. The blueberry swirl color here, I like that they tried to put a pop of color in there, but the pigmentation is just not there. That sparkly pink sugar color, I've tried to use it so many times, and it's just not pigmented. I mean, it just looks like dusting of glitter over your eyeshadow. I mean, it's really not like glittery if that's what you're looking for, but I really do like the other colors in here, so I'm definitely gonna keep this. And it smells like a freaking chocolate bar. Ugh, love it. All right, we're almost done. So, okay, these next couple ones, this is the Urban Decay. This was like a 500-point gift at Sephora. Okay, so it comes with a mirror. It came with a little, I think this was like a, eyeshadow pencil that it came with, and then you have these 4 colors here. Oil Slick I have never used. I don't know why. Probably because I have that Sephora one that looks like just like that. Guilt I like. Bust is okay. Skimp is okay. So I'll probably get rid of this because Guilt, I'm pretty sure I have a color similar to that in other palettes. The other colors I just don't use, and I have another year on this, but I just don't pull for it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, last but not least, I have these Wet n Wild limited edition palettes that I had to freaking have because they were limited edition at Walgreens, and I don't use them. I literally do not use these. Like, this is the High Flying Colors one. I don't like the deeper colors because they stain my eye. The purple ones I've used in a tutorial like once. The other ones I just don't pull for, and some of them stain my eyes, and I just don't like this one. So I'm going to get rid of that one. This one, Temporary Solutions, I have these same colors in that one BH Cosmetics. I mean, that one BH Cosmetics palette is like this whole, all three of these palettes put together. But these colors are just okay. I'm thinking to keep this one because I haven't used these colors here. I have the red ones, but I don't know. Like, let me go back to my BH palette. Okay, so yeah, I have the greens in there. I have the reds. Yeah, I think I need to just get rid of this one because I have like these same colors. And the one time that I did use these reds over here, I had to like really dig into the shadows just to get them pigmented, and they ended up staining my eye. So I was not feeling that. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. This last one, I'm on the fence about getting rid of it. I mean, I do have the same colors in my BH Cosmetics one, but my BH Cosmetics one, I don't really care for the purple ones. And this purple shade right here is like the most perfect duochrome eyeshadow that I've ever seen in life. I absolutely love it. So I don't want to use the other colors. I just want this palette just for that purple. So I think I'm going to keep it just because the purple one. I'm just going to keep it just for that purple one. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it. So, let's go back, guys, because I feel like I'm getting rid of a lot. You guys may not feel that way, but I feel that way. So, over here, this is now my entire eyeshadow palette collection. So I have a lot of different palettes that I'm keeping. I'm getting rid of the Wet n Wild ones. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for me to get rid of 7 palettes, and I mean 2 of them being like, well, really 3 of them being like high-end ones, this is like something out the box for me. Like, this is definitely not typical of me, because definitely when I spend like Sephora Ulta money on palettes, it's like I have to keep them until the end. But I just don't like these, so I just don't feel like I should keep them if I don't like them and I don't pull for them. So got rid of 7. I'm keeping all of these here, and I'm just so super excited that I'm making room for new palettes. So yeah, that is the video. I hope it wasn't super long, but yeah, this is everything that I'm getting rid of. So let's see, since I did eyeshadow palettes today, I will probably do face palettes and bronzers next. So yeah, the next video I'm going to do is going to be face palettes and bronzers. So be on the lookout for that one. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will talk to you very soon in the next one. Bye, guys.